Happy Thanksgiving and welcome to the Houston Oilers franchise. The Oilers are one of the best teams in the NFL here in Season 4, and we take on the Houston Texans, the Battle of Houston, for the second time here in this series. And right now, we sit here at 7-2. We have the number one scoring offense in the NFL right now. We have the best record in the AFC at 7-2. We have lost to the Chiefs. The Chiefs are still hanging around, but right now we are in control of first place, and the rest of our schedule is actually pretty diverse. We play a lot of NFC West opponents, and then we also finish the season versus the Bills, so that will be a tough game. Since filling in for our injured MVP at the time, Keon Carter, Davion Spikes has really, taken the reins and really ran with it. He's got 6 points of higher of completion percentage. He's got about 20 more yards per game. He's got a 16-point passer rating that is higher. And then he averaged about 3 more yards per attempt. You can see the differences between the two quarterbacks. I think Keon Carter is more of a conservative quarterback. Davion Spikes takes chances. He stretches the football down the field, and that's where he's very valuable. This is probably going to be the last season we are going to be this good, though, because we have a ton of free agents. And obviously we can rebuild through the draft and possibly free agency, but we have to pay a lot of guys potentially. And believe it or not, we're going to have to let some guys go. Looking at some veterans, Antonio Gibson will be a free agent. And if we're being realistic, it doesn't make a lot of sense to offer him an extension. If anything, it would just be probably a one-year deal. We also have to pay Marvin Mims, and realistically, he would probably be making, if we're talking about 3 years from now, close to about 15 to 20, low 20s million dollar deal, probably a 4-year deal we would probably give him. But is he worth it? Because so far this year, he has 0 touchdowns. He's only went over, really significantly over 1,000 yards once, and that was his rookie year where he had 1,100 yards. Besides that, he hasn't really shown that he can be, a wide receiver 1. I think he's a really good number 2, maybe not a true wide receiver 1. Bryce Hall and Sidney Brown are 2 candidates as well for being re-signed. And I think Sidney Brown out of these 2 is probably the most likely to get a contract extension, mostly because it's probably cheaper to pay a safety rather than a cornerback, even though Bryce Hall has more interceptions. Sidney Brown is basically a plug-and-play player, and I really like his production, even though it doesn't show in the stat sheet. Devin Bush will probably demand big money as well. He will be a free agent. He is the heart and soul of the defense, but is he replaceable with Dave Washington, then getting another young linebacker to save some money? Because we're going to have to pay 1 or 2 of our linemen, including Joel Bitonio, who I definitely want to keep around. He is 34, so it won't have to be a long-term deal, but he's going to get paid a lot of money. Probably the same contract that he has now. He's going to probably make close to $25 million a year. Then there's other guys. David Bakhtiari. I don't really think he's worth it, though, because he's just been often injured. Sam Hubbard might want an extension. And then Casey Burton will have a player option, so we really don't have to worry about him. But there are a lot of question marks as far as who's going to be the future of this team and who's going to get contract extensions in the offseason. Well, this week we go up against the Houston Texans, who are right now at 500, and they're led by C.J. Stroud, 13 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. We'll see what we can do against him. They do have a couple of decent running backs, TJ Cooks, Damian Pierce, and then Snoop Connor. And then also at receiver, they have 2 really good rookies. Brandon Raymond is a speedster, and then Tim Morgan is a 6'6" monster. Only 71 overall, but out of SMU has very good ball skills. They also have Mike Williams along with Tank Dell. Their defense is led by Will Anderson alongside Max Crosby, so we will have to watch out for them getting after the quarterback. But together, they haven't been super productive as getting sacks goes, and I think that that's probably been the reason why they haven't ascended to that next level. Then they have Derek Stingley Jr., who is their best cornerback and best defensive back 4 interceptions on the year. We probably want to stay away from him as much as possible going into this one. So we are at home in Houston to face the Texans, and we'll see in front of this sold-out crowd if we can get another win to extend our win streak to 6 games. And here we go. The Houston Texans start out with the football. Here is C.J. Stroud out onto the field, 13 touchdowns on the year. The first carry of the game goes to Dameon Pierce. It's a loss of 3, and that is Christian Barmore, their Defensive Player of the Year candidate, by the way. 2nd and 13 now at their own 22. Stroud throws across the middle, and he's got a man. That's the open Brandon Raymond who picks up the first down. And he is a speedster. We have to watch out for him as they try to stretch the field. Now close to the 50-yard line, Stroud in the shotgun, throws to the right side. He's got a man, but he will miss Tank Dell, guarded by Casey Burton, one of the best man-cover cornerbacks in the NFL. That brings it to a 3rd and 8. We send pressure, throwing to the right side, and Tank Dell's got it. And that is a first down, beating press coverage. And Casey Burton was in coverage that time. He's now they get it to the 22. Here's Stroud throwing to the right side, and that one almost could have been picked off. Alani Rutherford looked like he had position and did not put his hands on the football, and the Houston Texans settle for 3. So here is the rookie Davion Spikes out onto the field, leading this Oilers offense, and it's been pretty efficient the last few weeks as Gibson gets the first carry of the game. 3rd and 8 now at our own 23. The Texans send pressure. We try to throw to the right side on the wheel route, and it needed a little more time to develop, and that's going to be a 3 and out. So here are the Texans backing onto the field, and here is a screen pass call, and maybe a bubble screen that time. And Morgan could have had the first down, and he decides not to pick it up. They do eventually get it, though. 1st and 10 now. Pressure on C.J. Stroud. He gets out of the pocket, throws all the way across the middle of the field, and that one's caught by the rookie, Brandon Raymond, for his 2nd catch of the game. They do get it across the 50, though, and now that brings it to a 3rd and 6. We send pressure on this one. Throw to the right side. It's intercepted. It's Sidney Brown who's there looking for that contract extension, and that's what I mean. He can play man coverage, he can play zone as a safety, and he can also tackle as you put him in the box. So here we go with great field position. Here's a handoff, and that's Gibson, and Kevin Dotson is shaken up. He's also on a 1-year deal as well. So 1st and 10 carry. Here is Gibson, and he gets about a gain of 9. As Gibson has been really, really good for us in this series, and I think that he has really earned his keep with the team. As here's a quick throw after a 1st and 10 toss. That one is to Jake Hawkins, and that picks up a gain of 8. As we do eventually pick up the first down on this drive, bringing it to the 22. Here is Spikes now in the pocket, throwing to the end zone, one-on-one for Callum McDermott. It's a touchdown. And McDermott is really that tight end you forget about, because we have Irv Smith. We now have the rookie Danny Rudd, and McDermott is the athletic one. He goes up and gets it, and it's 7-3. So here is Stroud now back out onto the field, down by a score here. Play action fake. Stroud has time and throws this one to the left side, and he was covered by Dave Washington. It looks like he was looking for Snoop Connor on that, and now it is 3rd and 5. C.J. Stroud throwing deep down the right side, knocked away. Casey Burton gets there. And there's not many passes you're going to get by Burton. If you keep trying him, he's going to eventually shut you down. So we do force the punt here as now our team starts out at our own 35. Spikes changing the play. It looks like the protection. Here's a quick throw, and that's going to be caught. It's Danny Rudd who has it across the 50, and a first down throw here for the rookie Spikes, finding the other rookie. It's now, here we are at the 45. Play action fake now. Spikes out of the pocket, stops, throws this one downfield, and he's got Marvin Mims inside the 5 and tackled at the 1. He almost got into the end zone. That's an excellent throw by Spikes. And now we are set up here with goal to go. How did Mims not get in on that one? We wanted that score. And Jake Hawkins just jogging, didn't even throw a block for him. And now here we are at the 1. Handoff. Here's Gibson fighting forward. but he will lose about a yard or two, as that brings it to a 3rd and goal eventually, as we lose 2 on 2nd down. Back to the 5. Here is Spikes now, throwing across the middle, and that one in the hands of Danny Rudd and knocked away. No flag on the play. He's looking for it, and we will have to settle for 3. So 10-3 game now. Here is Snoop Conner with the pitch play out to the left side. He's got a whole lot of space as he gets across the 50 and to the 32-yard line, putting them into field goal range. Now here they are at the 32. Another bubble screen called. This time Casey Burton snips that one out right away. It's only a gain of 1, as that brings it to a 3rd and 9. So here we go now at the 31. Here is Stroud, Snoop Conner next to him. Dalton Schultz also in the game. Stroud throws across the middle. He's got his man Brandon Raymond again, and he will get inside the 10, and now it is goal to go. 3 for 51 for the rookie Raymond. As here's a play action fake. Stroud throws to the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown. And I have no idea how Boye Mafe did not get turned around on that one and at least knock it down. Richard Edison, one of their young tight ends, with the touchdown reception. So 10 all game. Here's a quick throw to start the next drive. Davion Spikes, 7 of 10 to start this one. He finds Danny Rudd for a gain of 7. 3rd and 2. Here's a quick throw, and that is caught. Jake Hawkins picks up enough for the first down, his 2nd catch of the game. Irv Smith in the game now, running him in motion. Play action fake now, trying to get rid of it is Spikes, and he goes down. It's Max Crosby along with Josie Jewell, and that's a loss of 10. Back at the 27 now. It's a 3rd and long. Here's a throw to the right side, caught by Jesse Fisher, and it's a 1st down. What a throw by Spikes, and on a 3rd and 20, that's got to be devastating for a defense. So here we are, 1st and 10 now at the 43. Here's a throw to the right side. This one's caught. It's Antonio Gibson with a big 1st down catch. And now we are inside of field goal range with under 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Here is Spikes now, handing it off to Gibson as he picks up 7. And now we get it inside the 5 now, 3rd and inches again. Play action fake, throw it to Danny Rudd. And somehow that one does not connect. Danny Rudd looks like he was pushed out off of his route right there. But instead we decide to go for it instead of 3. Here's a handoff, Trey Battle. He picks up enough for the 1st. That one was an easy one. Because now we get it to the 2. Fresh set of downs here. 1st and goal, handoff. It's Gibson for the touchdown. That one was easy. And the veteran running back looking for that big contract extension scores. And now we're up by 7. 3.5 minutes to go, approaching halftime now. Here's a throw across the middle. That's C.J. Stroud finding Dalton Schultz, as that one will be enough for the 1st down. They're across the 50 now. 2-minute warning. Throw into the right side. This one caught by Tank Dell. He picks up a gain of 8 as they get it to the 39-yard line. Here's Stroud throwing to the right side again and finding Schultz. And this time picks up enough for the 1st down, getting out of bounds. So they save a timeout right there. So 1st and 10 now, handoff. Snoop Conner breaks a tackle. He breaks another one, still on his feet as he gets to the 16-yard line. Snoop Conner 6 for 66. Not the running back I was expected to really get the ball like this. As now they're under a minute to go. Stroud throws to the end zone. This one's knocked away. Alani Rutherford in coverage. And they will have to settle for 3 on this drive, as now we have one more possession before halftime. We'll see if we can get into field goal range. But now with no timeouts, here is Spikes getting out of the pocket and will get out of bounds with 2 seconds to go, at least giving us a chance for a Hail Mary. And now here we go. 2nd and 1 now. Here, time hit 0. Throw into double coverage, looking for Marvin Mims. One, and that one will be knocked away. And we will go into halftime. And it will be just a 4-point game. A close one here in Houston in front of, I guess, both teams' fans here at home. So 2nd half action now. Our offense has played pretty well, so has our defense. We'll see if we can come up with a couple of scores and pull away. Play action, fake to start off the second half. That's going to be a catch on the sideline by the newcomer, Jake Hawkins, as he scored twice last episode. Over 100 yards as well. He's got the speed. Here we give it right back to him on the reverse this time, and Hawkins tries to make one-man miss and gets run down by Josie Jewell. And now it is 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line. We haven't seen much trouble from Will Anderson at all this game. Here's a throw deep, and that one is a miss. Quincy Hall was wide open, and he had burnt Derek Stingley on that one. 3rd and 6 now. Here's a throw to left side. This one looking for Marvin Mims, and he has it. It's a first down. What a throw. The ball placement was perfect on that throw, and Marvin Mims goes up and gets it. Wow, what a throw. And that was on the sideline as well. 1st and 10 now. Handoff. Gibson inside the 5. A gain of 20 on that one, and it is goal to go as we get to the 2-yard line. And now we are rolling on this drive. 1st and goal. Houston sends pressure. We throw to the sideline. Caught. Touchdown. It's Jesse Fisher Jr., and he just ran the whip route, the Texas route, whatever you, not the Texas route, the Colorado route, whatever you want to call it, and he gets into the end zone, and now it is 24-13. So here's Damian Pierce now, handoff, and he gets about a gain of 5. Only 3 carries for him. They have favored Snoop Connor over him today. Here's a throw deep into coverage, looking for Mike Williams, and it's knocked away. The rookie Bradley Collier out of Stanford gets his hand on that ball, and now 3rd and 5. We send pressure right at Stroud, and that was the wrong play call for that one, and Stroud could not let that play develop. So 3 and out here for the Texans. Here is a handoff this time to Gibson, and he won't go anywhere. That one will only be a gain of 1. 3rd and 9 now. Good protection. Throwing to the right side, looking for Danny Rudd, and that's just a miss. Davion Spikes can't find his fellow rookie, and we will have to punt it away. 24-13 game now. Midway through the 3rd quarter as Stroud is back onto the field. Handoff, Damian Pierce with his longest run of the day. He makes one-man miss, still on his feet, spins around, and picks up about a gain of 16 yards and a first down, and now Bryce Hall is shaken up on that play. The Texans get it across the 50. Here's a throw to the right side. That's caught again, and it's Tank Dell, and they're inside the 10-yard line and threatening to score again. The Texans are not going away in this one. They are keeping this game close. Inside the 10 now. Handoff, Damian Pearson. Nobody's home to the right side. I have no idea what happened there on defense. It's a touchdown, and the Texans are back within a touchdown. It's a 3-point game. So now here we go. The Oilers trying to move the football here in the second half. And we've been pretty successful besides a couple of punts here in this one. As we get it to a 3rd and 8. Spikes now. Play action fake. Throw into left side. He's got Jake Hawkins guarded by Derek Stingley. And he burns him on that one. It's a first down. 15 of 26 here for the rookie Spikes. Just about 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Play action fake again. Spikes throws deep, and he's got Hawkins. And Hawkins is absolutely torching Derek Stingley, by the way. He had about 5 yards of separation on another miss for Spikes downfield. But now 3rd and 10. Here is Spikes rolling. He lobs this one deep for Deion Branson, and he has it. And that will be a first down at the 10. And the thing I love about Spikes is that he can miss a throw and then come back on the next play and make the throw. Like, he does not have any issues with short-term memory. Like, it's just night and day. Is now here we go. 3rd and 6 at the 6. Handoff. This is going to be Gibson. He fights forward, and he will score. It's a touchdown carry for Gibson from 6 yards out. And I don't think the defense saw that one coming, as now we're up by 10 again. So here we go on defense. Pressure on Stroud. He goes down. That's Christian Barmore, his 2nd sack of the evening, by the way, as that will be the last play of the 3rd quarter. And now it is 3rd and 19. Stroud in the pocket, lobs this one deep for Tank Dell and knocked away. Looking for Dell, it's Alani Rutherford there keeping up with the speedster, and he's got speed of his own. So now here we go. Fourth quarter, we're going to try to run some clock here on this drive. There's a handoff, and that is Gibson, 13 for 64, 2 touchdowns so far as we enter the fourth quarter. We give it right back to him now. Gibson makes a nice move, fights forward, and uses the stiff arm, fighting for some extra yardage. And that is a first down, now at 75 yards rushing. 3rd and 3 now. They send pressure again. Spikes gets out of the pocket, and nobody's home. No spy at all. He's pushed out of bounds at the 17, and that is a big scramble of about 17 yards. As now we're inside of field goal range. It's a 3rd and 11. Here's a quick throw, and that's Max Crosby getting 2 Spikes, and it's going to be incomplete. That one should have been a bullet pass, but Crosby caused the errant throw. Now we're up 34-21 as here is Stroud, still keeping his team in the game, though, with 5 minutes to go. Quick throw out of the backfield that is caught for a gain of 6. That brings it to a 3rd and 4. And on these plays, we usually send pressure, and we do. It's quick, right at Stroud. Intercepted! Alani Rutherford is there, and he will take it for 6 the other way. Touchdown! We sent the pressure at Stroud, forcing him to throw the pass before he wanted to. And it looked like Tank Dell was there, but Alani Rutherford didn't move an inch, it seemed like. And now we are up by 21. So under 2 minutes to go here in this game. Here's Stroud trying to bring his team back. There's a completion. Tank Dells are inside the red zone now at about the 19. Stroud with 2 interceptions so far in this one. Here he drops back, throwing across the middle, and that's intercepted for number 3. It's Dave Washington, the former Rookie of the Year, back in Season 2, and that will seal it up. The Houston Oilers will defeat the Houston Texans 42-21 and continue to roll here in Season 4. And it's been a lot of fun playing with this team. They are very, very deep as my voice cracks. 18 of 33, 297 here for Spikes. He's just been very, very impressive. We're going to definitely have a dilemma when Keon Carter comes back from injury. It's going to be interesting because we are winning games with the rookie, and he is definitely winning in different ways. Like, he is stretching the football down the field. He has the long throws, short throws. He can do it all, and he also can run when he needs to. Defensively, I think we could have been better, though. We did have 3 interceptions, obviously, but getting after the quarterback, we only had 2 sacks, and they were both with Christian Barmore. I'm surprised we're not getting sacks with other players like Von Cross, Heath Burnham, just other guys that should be getting after the quarterback. A couple of upgrades. We do have an upgrade for Dave Washington, and like I said, the question that I posed at the beginning of this episode is, can Dave Washington take over for Devin Bush if we decide not to extend his contract? I think that remains to be seen. And then Christian Barmore is close to approaching 90 overall. He needs a few upgrades to get there. He's a true 87, but he's getting there. And now this is the best team we fielded because we're at 87 overall across the board now. And we finally have this scenario triggered where Davion Spikes has a chance to get to star dev. He is right now normal dev. So coming into next game versus the 6-3 Dolphins, this is going to be a tough game, by the way. They're one of the best teams in the AFC right now. He needs to throw 1 or fewer interceptions and have 300 scrimmage yards or 3 total touchdowns in order to get him up to a star dev. Alani Rutherford actually finished with AFC Defensive Player of the Week. So we've had like a Player of the Week pretty much every other week, and that's how dominant we have been. And now we are 8-2, one of the best teams in the AFC. We have not had our bye week yet, so that's why we have played one more game than pretty much everybody else. But we are 1 game ahead of the Chiefs and the Dolphins in the AFC. So if we want to get that number 1 seed, we're going to have to defeat the Dolphins this coming week. Hit subscribe, hit that like button. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.
It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Boy, all that like Keon. Still got crack, they fiendin'. Flow still hot like Phoenix. Shine so bright, I'm gleaming. This off top, I'm tweaking. Fresh out the rat like Neiman. And I'm still tryna fight my demons. Cause we all gotta act like Tina. That's why I gotta ride with the Nina. Outside, it's a war going on.